17 seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead. Timeout, Utah. 5.2 seconds left. Michael Jordan running on fumes with 45 points.
At the end of the game, you gotta get it out of his hands. Jordan frees.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is Coach Brown from Brown Performance Strength and Conditioning, and today we're going to be covering 5 tips to improve your shooting.
Creating space now with the way he handles that ball.
Tip number 1, we're talking about having a balanced base. When we talk about having a balanced base, we're talking about our footing. We want to make sure that our feet are not too narrow or too wide as we get ready for our shot. We want to make sure that our feet are shoulder width apart, our knees are slightly bent, our shoulders are above our toes when we're getting ready to shoot.
Kevin Durant way outside, delivers! Kevin Durant from downtown, it's a 6-point game. That's the same spot where he had it in game 3 last year. A dazzling display from Kevin Durant, 43 points.
Downtown, Durant for 3, way downtown. He doubles the Warriors in bed.
Tip number 2, getting our hand in the middle of the basketball. So what we want to do is spread our hand nice and comfortably, nice and wide, and place it right behind the basketball. So when we do that, we can lift our shot up. What we want to make sure we do have is we have some space between our palm and the basketball. We don't want to palm the basketball. And another good way to find out if our hand's in the middle of the basketball is simply find the air hole in your basketball, get your pointer finger, your middle finger, and split that air hole. So that's a good way to find if your hand's in the middle of the basketball.
Well, they're clearly backing off. James again letting the clock run down. Now makes his move. James, step back three-pointer. Bang! LeBron James from downtown, and that seals the deal. Mama, there goes that man. Norval did a good job contesting. James now 22 points, 11.
Tip number 3, we're talking about our guide hand, our offhand. So as we're shooting the basketball, our guide hand helps position the ball into our shot pocket, into our release, and as we get close to release, our guide hand is going to come off the basketball, and our strong hand is going to do the rest of the work by flicking the ball, following through, but our guide hand helps us get into that position. A good way to tell if your guide hand is in position, as you release and follow through, make sure that your thumb is facing the sky, knowing that your guide hand is in the proper position.
The Lakers down 1. Will Kobe give them one last gamer? Bryant on the move with the jumper. Oh, my! 58 points! And the Lakers lead!
Tip number 4, talking about getting our elbow above our eyebrow. So as we're getting into our shooting motion, our biggest thing is that we want to have one fluid motion. As we have our hand in the middle of the basketball, our guide hand on the side of the ball, we're going to use our elbow to power the ball up into our shooting motion. As we get closer to our release, we're going to make sure that we power our elbow above our eyebrow to finish the shot.
Traffic scores. Tatum, for 3, Jason Tatum for downtown. Give me the total picture, Mike. Now, this is just beautiful to watch. He's got a great release. He gets great arc on.
Tip number 5, talking about having a straight wrist snap. A straight wrist snap must be directly at the basketball goal. So as we cover the steps that we talked about previously, having a balanced base, feet shoulder width apart, having our hand in the middle of the basketball, and having our guide hand guide our basketball into our shooting form. and our elbow powering the basketball up above our eyebrow, and that final step, a straight wrist snap. We want to freeze that wrist snap at the end to ensure that we have proper shooting mechanics. So in one fluid motion, we want to bring the ball into our shooting form, powering the ball up above our head, freeze that follow through for a couple of bounces to ensure that we have proper shooting mechanics.
Watch Clay get to 60. Just a little step back, using a screen.
So as we put this all together, again, we're talking about having a balanced base, hand in the middle of the ball, our guide hand guiding the basketball into our shooting form, and our elbow powering the basketball up and freezing that wrist snap directly at the basketball goal. All right, boys and girls, so we covered a lot today about our shooting mechanics. So biggest thing about doing all these tips is that you must practice, practice, practice. Ensure that you practice all these tips every single day to ensure and to improve your shooting mechanics. I hope you guys had a great day. My name is Coach Brown. This is Brown Performance Strength and Conditioning.